Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Hangout. I am here this week with Sherry Kotvis. Hi, Sherry. Welcome to the Social Media Pro Hangout.
Hi, happy to be here.
I'm so excited that you're here. We are talking about everyone's favorite current hot topic, which is AI. And specifically, we are going to dive into one particular tool in depth called Heygen. But before we do that, I'd like to first, if you don't mind, I want to share a little bit about you with everybody. And then in addition, let's just chat a little bit about AI and its role, particularly in social media, in marketing and in social media, if you have a few minutes for that.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So, you guys, Sherry is a fractional chief AI officer, um, providing AI solutions to small and mid market companies. Sherry, you have completed some certificate, you are certified in this chief AI officer. I'm really excited for that training program. My friend Chris Daigle over there, the doctor, working with them, and one of our good friends who is also a teacher here at Social Media Pro, Megan, Monique. You guys are working on over there together. So I'm excited because you have a really holistic view of these tools. And we were just talking about that it still does start with strategy, right? When you're implementing AI for yourself and your business, or like the folks that are listening, they are doing digital marketing services for other businesses. It's that we can get really lost in this whole landscape of AI. We're 2 years in, and there's so many ways to go and use that. It really is important to start with thinking through strategically, what are we using AI for? How are we going to implement it, instead of just blindly jumping in and trying to do everything with AI?
Definitely. So, with what I do with Chief AI Officer is, like Kate mentioned, we focus very much on strategy first and then technology. So we always look at the holistic picture of where does AI fit into the business plan? Does it fit into the business plan? Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. So we always take a look at that first before we start chasing the next shiny object, which is so easy to do when it comes to AI. We can truly get lost in it. So, what I wanted to do today, and thank you so much for having me, Kate, I wanted to share what a tool that I absolutely love. And I have been using it for going on probably a year and a half now. HeyGen is it's a fairly new tool, and I was one of the original adapters of it. And so I was previously using another product that was similar, but it was much more expensive. And I'm all about being, cost conscious, especially
Mm,
when we're solopreneurs and we really have to, watch our budgets and we have to make sure that these tools are going to work for us long term.
mhm.
So with AI, one thing I'll say is when you are looking at AI tools in general, is sign up for the monthly version. Don't sign up for an annual version because things are going to change. They're constantly changing. New tools are coming out. And I do believe that HeyGen is one of those that is going to be around for a long time. They just got a massive round of funding from investors. And so they've really improved what they started out with. They're constantly making improvements and they're always communicating with their customers, which I really appreciate. So, but what we do with HeyGen is we look at how are we going to use it?
Okay.
Does it make sense? So what I really love about Heygen is that it's scalable. And I think that's really important when we are, as content creators, we have to have tools that are going to put our business in a better position. So previously, think about when you're shooting videos. Think about the process that it takes to shoot one video, the cost, the time, the resources, the just the everything. When you start looking at it, it's time consuming and it's expensive. And maybe, Kate, you have some insight on that because you've been doing this forever.
Yeah.
um, but it really is, it's a very time intensive and labor intensive project when you're shooting videos. You have any feedback on that, Kate?
Yeah, well, the biggest challenge we really have is getting our clients to shoot the videos themselves, right? They're an expert in whatever they're an expert in. It doesn't necessarily mean that they want to be sitting behind a camera and taking video, but we know that we need so much video in marketing that we've got to find other ways to produce it ourselves, and
Yeah.
that's where some of these ideas with AI, or for instance, like I have a client that's so busy, maybe we're running an ad and then we notice there's an error in the ad, or we want to try a different version of that same ad, but to get him back in the studio to film, 5 more 30-second clips, like we've often looked at, how do we do that? How do we make more versions of that ad with changing out 1 or 2 words or changing the price or something without, and those are the times when we've looked at solutions like Heygen.
Makes total sense. I would like to know, how many people are using Heygen on this call? Do we have
There
a way?
are, yeah, there are probably a handful of people
Okay.
that have, and then most people have heard about it, but not everyone has jumped in and is using it yet. Maybe they maybe they have clients that are doing okay to give them content, or they haven't needed it yet, or there may be some people who really want to use it, but are just feeling apprehensive. I might be in that category. I know what Heygen is and I know what it does and it's available. And I have the luxury of having people on my team that know how to use it, but me, myself personally, I haven't opened it up and used it
Okay.
yet. I'm super excited for today.
Well, if you'd like, what I can do is I have a very short PowerPoint, and it's going to show you like where to sign up, how to get things going. And then after I walk you through that brief PowerPoint, then what I could do is I can open up my Heygen platform and I can show you and your team all of the different features so that you can start to visualize. You probably maybe even have a client right now that when you see this, you're going to go, aha, I think I could maybe use this.
Do it.
So, okay, so let me go ahead and let's see here. Let's see, share screen. And let me find my PowerPoint here. Window. I know I have it. Let's see. I believe this is it here. Okay. Okay. Forgive me. I don't use this format too often, the live stream. So
That's
just a
okay.
little unfamiliar with it here. All right, here. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Now we can. I just need to add it here to the stage. So we love PowerPoints. We're excited for this, Sherry.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
We're ready. We can
So,
see it.
so you can see it says Sherry Kappas.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
great, great. So once again, my name is Sherry Kotvis, and I am a Chief AI Officer. I'm certified. I also have a master's degree in instructional technology. So I go back a ways in terms of being a lover of technology. And so when AI came along a few years ago, I was truly inspired and very, very excited about incorporating AI into my business. I'm also a certified SCORE mentor. So, what I do is I work with small upstart businesses and I help them come up with their business plan. And oftentimes, we do have discussions about AI and how it can help them, simply because they are upstart businesses and they don't have the budget to necessarily hire a branding expert or a consultant. So AI is really quite beneficial when it comes to small business owners. So I'm super excited to share with you some pro tips that will hopefully help you with your clients. So here is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about Heygen, and think of Heygen as your superpower. Think of Heygen as like your digital twin. So it's where you create lifelike representation using advanced technology. So for the people that really don't know much about Heygen, I'm just going to give you an overall idea of what it does. Basically, what it's going to do for you, it's going to create a super realistic avatar. So you're going to be able to easily create either your own customized avatar where it's actually you in the video and you're the avatar and you're going to be creating your content, or you can use avatars that are already in the library of Heygen. So you have a couple of different options when you're working with Heygen. If you're super camera shy and you don't want to get yourself in front of the camera, then maybe using one of the avatars that are already created in Heygen is the solution for you. And those that are working with clients, the same thing. Maybe it's going to be tough to, get your client in front of a camera just to shoot a very brief video. There's other solutions for you when you're working with your client. So you're not necessarily, bound to, like Kate was saying, how we have to get the client back in the studio if we have to edit it. That's the beauty about these avatars, is that it really does help you streamline your process. So setting up your baseline, all you're going to do is you're going to prepare your digital asset. What you want to do is you're going to gather any necessary digital assets. Maybe you have some client logos. Maybe you have a color scheme that you like to use. And you're going to just kind of gather all that content. And then you're simply going to create your Heygen account. And I will provide you with the link during this call on how to get access to that. And so you just want to create your account, and then you're going to kind of, briefly go through all of the tools in Heygen, get yourself familiar with all of the different options. This is a screenshot of how to start your avatar project. You're going to sign into your account, and you're going to navigate over in the left-hand column. You can see where it's circled there, and it's going to say video avatar. So all you do is you click on that link, and the next thing that opens up is the second screen down there. You can see instant avatar or photo avatar. So the instant avatar is where you're actually going to be on screen, and you're going to create a 30 to 60-second video. They give you instructions on lighting and suggestions on how to record it so that your digital twin comes out the way it should come out. Or if you don't want to do an instant avatar, you can use a photo. You can upload a photo that you like into Heygen, and believe it or not, your photo is going to turn into a talking avatar. It's pretty amazing.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So if you don't, if you know, if you're not, if you
You
just
just need
don't,
a
if you
good
want,
selfie of yourself, just one picture.
I know, if you just want to mix things up, it's like, well, I'm tired of my avatars I've been using. I think I want to upload my latest image of myself. You can do that. And I really love that because think about it. Think about the AI tools out there like Try It On, which is where you take some of your photos and you upload them into an AI generator, such as Try It On, and it's going to give you a variety of photos based on about 6 or 8 of your own images. Now you can be dressed up in a formal jacket, or you can be casual. It's going to give you a variety of images, your photos. Now think about how you can upload these into Heygen, and you can say, well, I want to change my outfit today. So it's just really amazing how, just think about the scale of that alone, where you take your photos and you put them into tryiton.ai. I would recommend trying it out. So I don't know if anyone has ever tried that. And
Yeah,
you can,
I do have some.
yeah,
I did do it, but it was a while ago. So I'm like, I
and
need to
yeah,
redo it.
and think about it with your clients too. Let's say if you're working with a client and they're like, well, I don't really want to make a video. And okay, so can you send me some of your photos? And then maybe they're not professional photos. That's fine, because when you put them into an AI generator like Try It On, there's several out there, but that's the one I've used. You can say, well, that's okay. Why don't you send me some of your photos that you like, some headshots, and let me go ahead, and you're going to run it through an AI generator. And then now you're going to have a variety of photos of your client. Okay. Think about the power of that right there. Now you've got 20 different, or I forget how many they gave me. I think I got about 30 different images based on about 6 or 8 of my pictures. And I'm dressed in anything from a leather jacket to a white blazer. I mean, and everything in between. So you can start to use those and leverage those photos that you got from your client to create your content for your client. It's a lot of fun.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Sounds great.
Yeah. So let's move on here. So here's the generator I was talking about. If you decide you want to use the photo generator, you just simply upload your photos into Heygen, and then you're going to click generate. And then it's going to generate your instant avatar that you can use. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start prompting. Let's say your client doesn't have any photos and they don't want to record a video. Here's your next best option. You can create your ideal avatar by giving Heygen instructions. So for example, this one is up at the top, you have your prompt. You want to create an avatar, for example. And what I'll do is I can provide this prompt for you at the end of the call. I'll provide a link for you. So you can
Awesome.
create a custom avatar. Let's say you want a male, and they're in their mid-30s, they're medium length down, dark brown hair, hazel eyes, skin tone, clean shaven, and then you punch that into Heygen, and here you can see it's giving you options. It's generating your AI photo avatar. So now you've got this handsome man, and you want to use this in your next presentation that you're creating for your client. So this is basically talking about the prompts, and then based on the prompts, you can put this prompt into ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, I'd like you to create a script for me based on the prompt that I'm giving you. So you're going to copy and paste this prompt right into ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT is going to give you a script. Good morning, and then it's going to give you the body of the script. Now you're wondering, well, why am I doing that? Well, think about how you want to be using your Heygen. Okay, I've got my avatar created. I know that I have a client that has a product that they want me to help them promote, for example. So you need to have some content. And you don't have to ask the client for the content. You just have to ask them a series of questions that will help you get to the end goal, which is actually creating a script. Any questions so far? I know I've been
No, I got it. I'm following. This is
okay, good.
awesome.
So next, in the left-hand okay, so you see our avatar on the right. That's the handsome man that we created. And then on the left-hand side, we copied and pasted the script that we got from ChatGPT. But we want to iterate it. We don't want it to come directly from ChatGPT. We always want to put the human element into anything that we create with AI. Just keep that in mind. Think about 10, 80, 10. 10% is human in the loop. 80% is AI. And then on the back end is another 10% human in the loop. Just always kind of think about the 10, 80, 10 rule when you are using AI of any kind. So now we have the script that we've copied and pasted. We've done some iterations, and we put them into Heygen. So we have options. We can, I don't know, can you see my highlighter here that I'm moving?
Yes.
Okay. So here we have a tone. We have a voice right here that we can select. Let's say we want a man with a British American accent. We have a lot of different options in the voice section. If you're creating content for a client, maybe in Mexico, and you want to create it in Spanish, you can absolutely do that with Heygen. They have a huge variety library of not only voice tones, but also languages. So think of the power of this when you have a client that maybe they need it in an English version and they need it in a Portuguese version, for example, or Spanish or anything. And you can change it up in this tab here. And when I open up my dashboard, I'll just kind of show you where to find that. So for simplicity, all we're going to do with this particular slideshow is just show you copy paste your ChatGPT script right into Heygen, and then we're going to click generate, and then we can test it. Here's the testing button right here. We can also add music. There's a feature on the bar on the left-hand side where we have a library of music. Maybe we want to add some soft background music to it. They have lots of options. And then once we've reviewed it, there's a preview button here. Once we're happy with it, then you can submit it. And then that's going to generate your video.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you can see it's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty simple. And AI is not intended for anyone that is really technology savvy. It's for anyone that, especially with social media, we're on the computer every day, all day long. So this should come very, very naturally for your audience to start using this and start to really think about, oh my gosh, the creative mind is going to start to go kind of wild when you start to think of the possibilities, and you can offer this to your clients as an option.
As a
Um,
service, yeah.
yeah, I mean, just think of the opportunity there for your clients. And then here's just some frequently asked questions that we do find. People want to know, is my avatar, going to look realistic? I think they look pretty realistic. I've been using it for a while, and I think my voice is pretty spot on. I think it's pretty, it's pretty accurate. Um, can I animate the avatars I created with Heygen? And it's saying, yes, you can. It supports animations and avatars that can be exported for use in animation software. I don't personally, I don't use animation software. I'm more of just like, I'm more simple. I don't need to use animation software to get my message across, but I know that there's users that really, see this as a huge opportunity when they're animators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's really, I think that, and also they're asking, does it format support exporting avatars? It does. And again, that's not something I've ever done, but it is something that you can do with Heygen. The Heygen has a really great online community. I'm part of they have YouTube calls every Thursday. They have live YouTube calls. So you can jump on those. And what they do is they introduce their latest rollout of new products. They typically have really good collaboration where people can ask questions, and the founders get on these live YouTube calls and help people, come up with solutions. They're always coming up with some great ideas. And then, are there any limitations on how I can use the avatars I create with Heygen? And it says here, usage limitations depends on your license type. So it's going to depend on, like if you have a team and you want your team to be on your platform, they have special pricing for that, and they have enterprise accounts for that. So that's something where you would want to reach out to Heygen directly. Here's just some contact information for me. If someone wants to take a screenshot of that while we have this up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my, I'm going to stop sharing. Let's see here. Okay. And then I'm going to share again because I wasn't sure if I could go right into my other screen. So
Okay, no problem.
before we
I'll
do
reshare
that,
it.
any questions before I?
No, this is awesome. I'm really enjoying this. I don't have any
Good.
questions. I'm
I love Heygen. I wish I had a T-shirt. I love Heygen.
yeah.
I just think it's such a phenomenal tool. And I really like the founders of the company. They're very um, integrity based. So when it comes to AI and avatars, you have to sign a waiver that is you creating that video. So they're just very, very cautious of, deep fakes, and they want to make sure
Okay.
everyone is safe,
That's
So I'm going to
awesome.
share my screen again. And I am going to open up Heygen. And let me know if you can see that.
Yep, we can see it now. Yeah.
Okay, great. So this is my dashboard. And is there a way I can share a link, or do I need to close this to do that?
To share the link.
Yeah.
You can tell me it and I'll flash it on the screen.
Let me see here if I can do
There's
this.
a way to put it in a private chat to me and then I can share it on the screen.
Let's see here.
There it is.
Did it work?
Yep.
Okay, great. Now let me go back to Heygen.
Okay.
Oh, oops. Okay. There it is. Now, can you see my screen now?
Yeah, we can see both.
Okay, wonderful. You can see both?
Yes, we can see your screen and I have the link showing.
Oh, okay. Oh, wonderful. Okay. So here is the dashboard for Heygen, and I just dropped the link in the chat. That is my affiliate link. If anyone would like to explore it, please, feel free to use my link to do that. And you can explore it through their free account. So you have up to one avatar that you can create to start kind of playing around with it to see if it's something that you're enjoying. And this is the first screen that you're going to see. And as you can see, they have several different options. I would say that you want to probably start with the first one here. And then this next screen is where you're going to go next. And you can either select an avatar where you just want a still image. Like I have my iPhone, and I'm looking at my iPhone and I'm creating my video. That would be what would be classified as a still image. The motion image, which would be another option, is, let's say you want to have a background of an ocean, or maybe you're a real estate agent and you want the background of the house that you might be marketing or something like that, or you're in a park. So think of that like as an outdoor scene. So you have those two different options. Okay. So then what you can do is you can follow the instructions either by video or by text, and it's going to tell you, how do I set up my avatar? And it's really quite easy. You just want to make sure you have good lighting. You want to make sure you have a high resolution camera. You want to make sure that you're still while you're recording, look directly into your camera, and make sure you pause in between each sentence with your mouth closed. And then keep your hands down. Don't have gestures where it's going to be recorded. You want to make sure your hands are not visible and moving around. I've made that mistake. So you just simply follow the instructions, and then the next step is you're going to upload your video that you recorded. It can either be with your iPhone or you can use your webcam. And then after you upload it, I don't think it's going to work for me because I don't have anything uploaded. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So here's where I would upload it. And then it's going to ask you, after you've uploaded it, it wants you to consent. And that was what I was talking about, is they're very conscious of making sure that you are who you say you are, and they have a consent form. And then once you consent, then they're going to generate your custom avatar for you.
Okay.
Okay. So this is what I was talking about, where you can either select an avatar that you want to use. They've already got a pretty good size library, and they keep adding to it. They've just got so many options. You can also select by professional, all different attire, maybe their lifestyle. Any questions yet? Okay. So I'm back to the home screen. So that's where you want to start. Once you create your avatar, you can go to create video. And I think what I'll do is I will come back to that and I'll just kind of walk you through the left-hand column first. Here's where you can create projects. When you create, you can have file folders, you can organize them however you like. You can see I've done a ton of projects and they'll store them. So you don't really ever have to worry about losing your content, but you can also organize them into projects. They also have templates. So think about Canva, and Canva has a variety of templates. Same thing with Heygen. So for example, maybe you have a client that wants you to run some advertising content for them. They have a variety of templates that you can use that are already pre-built for you. So you don't have to put in that extra, elbow grease, and they're also edible. So if you want to change out the colors, you want to, change out obviously you want to change out the wording, you can go in there and you can edit those just like Canva. Very easy to use. Avatars. We touched on this a little bit. Here's the library of all the avatars. You can see there's 735 avatars. So there's so many to choose from. If you don't like your avatar, if you don't like your customer's avatar, if you need to use something in the library, there's all kinds of configurations here. And they have all different ethnicities. They have different wardrobes. They have different ages. There's so much to choose from. Some of these are only available with like a pro account, but there's enough here to get you going with the minimal account, and I'll touch on that a little bit for you too. There's the free account where you can get started for free and you can create your own avatar. You have one avatar that you can create. Okay. And then if you decide that you want to have more than one avatar, I'm still on the $29 a month plan, and I've been using it for like 2 years now. Then let's jump down to AI voice. I mentioned a little bit about different inflections of voice, different languages. You can see I've got several voices in mine, and you can change it. So I've got this original, but I can customize my voice. So maybe I want to change it to a different language. I can do that. I have Spanish. Yeah, I know. Yeah. And here's the library. We have a library of all the different options. We have women, we have men, we have English. Here's all of our languages. I mean, just it goes on and on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, German, Spanish, Portuguese, Hebrew, Hindi, you name it. Avatars. Here's where we can select our avatar. Maybe we want to select something in the library. We've got all these different avatars. We also have emotion. If we want the avatar to speak with excitement or friendliness or soothing, maybe they're a broadcaster, maybe they're angry. So we have all these different ways that we can provide emotion to our avatar as well.
Wow.
And then here's the different dialects. We not only have English US, we have English Australian, Canadian, Hong Kong, India, Ireland. They're all English language, but they're in the dialect of the country. And then that goes on for every language as well. Then down in brand, especially if you're working with clients, you can set up their brand elements. So those will always be stored for you. Uploads, this is pretty self-explanatory. If you have content that you want to upload for your client that you're creating. Like here, I did a slideshow. I did it through Canva. This is a really fun thing to know, that you have plugins here. So you can plug right into Canva. So now Canva is directly integrated into Heygen. So you don't have to toggle back and forth from Canva to Heygen. And that comes in really handy, especially if you're working in Canva quite a bit. I know a lot of content creators work with it quite a bit. You have a Chat GPT plugin, and you've got all these different AI integrations that you can play around with, even Make and Zapier, if anyone's doing automation. Then the next one I want to show you, first, I think what I'll do is I'm going to show you the create video. And I just clicked on the top there. And how much more time do we have, Kate?
You're doing good.
Okay.
We're doing good. Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
This is really awesome.
Okay, good. So let's say I want to create an avatar. This is where I'm going to go. I am going to select, do I want portrait layout? Do I want landscape layout? And then you can also upload any content that you have. Let's say you have a PDF file that you want for your knowledge base. I'm not going to go through all of that, but I just want to show you the features of what you can do with it. You can use a template. You can upload a PDF for your knowledge base. You can generate a script with AI. So when you create your video, you're just going to create whatever layout you want. Like, I think this one is really good for like Instagram, maybe TikTok. I don't use TikTok, but I think probably the portrait video would be for TikTok, if I'm not mistaken. Landscape, I use that for LinkedIn, Facebook, but I do use portrait for other things too, like Facebook as well, like Reels. So once you go in to create your video, you're going to, it's going to take you into, let's see here, create video. Let's do this. This is where you're going to actually create your content. So I'm going to go ahead just for fun, and I'm just going to use my photo avatar. I'm simply going to go into my photo avatar, and I'm saying, okay, use my photo avatar. Now what I can do is I can change the view mode. I can do close up, I can do full body, I can do circle. I can set that in the background. I can bring in elements in the background. Think about Canva, same concept. And then what I'm going to do is, this is where, right below avatar is where I'm going to put my script. So let's just use this one. So you can kind of, I don't think you can hear this if I'm not mistaken. But
yeah, we can't hear any audio.
But once you have your script in there, just play it. You can play it up here, and you can edit it, or you can play it down here, right here. Okay, and then you can't hear that, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so you can play around with the voice right here, and I can say, well, I want my voice. You know, you can see it just changed it. You can change it to, you know, whatever language you like, and then, you know, you can put several prompts in here for your script. So you're not just limited to one sentence. You've got 2,000 characters per page. So you can keep adding. I want to add, you know, you can keep adding. If your video is going to be, you can make your video a half hour if you want. If you're like creating a training or something. here's kind of like, we're all familiar with this. We can add our own, our own text images and things like that. Here's where we can upload, or no, this is where they have like a library of different, characters and videos and things like that. And then assets is where we upload our own content. So very easy to use, very easy to figure out. Then you're just going to submit. You can preview it, and this is where you preview, and then you just run it, and you say, well, I'm not happy with it. I think I want to edit it some more. Once you're done with that and you're happy with your product, you submit it, and then it's going to generate. Let me see if I have any more. I mentioned that I wanted to give everyone that prompt. So I'm going to drop that in the link so people have a prompt they can play with.
Okay.
So if they're creating an avatar, that's our Prompt Vault Studio, and that's going to give them that prompt where it had those brackets around it where you can fill in the blank. If it's male, female, it'll kind of help you start to understand how to prompt when you're using Heygen, ChatGPT, creating your script, putting that back into Heygen.
Got it. I'm going to take this Prompt Vault and I'll just share it as a banner, and then it will also be in the notes. This is the Prompt Vault. I think Megan showed us the Prompt Vault.
Okay.
As well.
Okay, good.
On her session. So that's pretty cool. And you don't even have to be a member.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, do you have any questions? Or
where can people connect with you? Yeah, one more time. Where can people connect with you if they have questions or they want to dive in?
So let me share this again, and I'll just pop up my my contact information real quick. That should do it. Here you go. There's my contact information.
Hey.
That's my Calendly link. You can connect with me on LinkedIn if you want to follow me on LinkedIn. I love followers. Or I also have a Facebook group that I'd love for anyone to join, and I put in there updates on what's happening in AI, maybe some new tools. Just it's a kind of a nice little group that I have. I'm starting to grow that. Not terribly big, and there's not a lot of interaction on it. I'd love to see more. So maybe you have some members that might like to join in the fun. So
okay, perfect. Yeah, we love Facebook over here. We love Facebook groups. So you guys connect with Sherry, get your questions answered, and get your feet wet with Heygen. Let's talk about it. And Sherry, let's have you back to take us through the next steps.
Okay, absolutely. Just reach out when you feel like you're ready to maybe go to phase 2.
Okay, we love it. We love it. Well, thank you so much for being here and showing us Heygen. You guys put your questions in the comments below. I'll field those, and if we need to have Sherry back sooner, we will have her back. And I am looking forward to playing around with Heygen. So exciting times. All right, thanks for tuning in. Thank you again, Sherry, for being here, and we'll see you guys next week on the next Hangout. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.